12 years ago, this man on your screen took over from my beloved San Francisco Giants. And at the time, I was 11 years old. I didn't know what to expect. I really didn't know stuff about that. Was not realizing what the next, let's say, 12 years brought to us. 2007, Bruce Bochy took over as manager from the San Francisco Giants, coming over from the San Diego Padres. He was able to coach Barry Bonds in his final year. That was great. That was amazing. 2008, 2009 were building years. And then the magical 2010 season happened. A team of misfits banding together that should have never even made the playoffs comes together behind this guy behind me to win a World Series. Edgar Renteria, Pat Burrell, Aubrey Huff, rookie Buster Posey, rookie Madison Bumgarner, Matt Cain, Tim Lincecum, Barry Zito. These guys should have never won a World Series that year. They should have never. But under the management of Bruce Bochy, one of the best managers of all time, a band of misfits, Juan Uribe, Aaron Rowan, just came together and won the World Series. 2010 was a magical year. The first time the San Francisco Giants won a World Series in over 50 years. The way this man managed that team is something I'll never forget. The way he managed the bullpen. Game 5, Game 6 of the 2010 NLCS. After Jonathan Sanchez and Chase Utley got in a scuffle. Inning 4, I believe? Bochy said that's it. Brought in Jeremy Outfield. Brought in Tim Lincecum. And of course, brought in Brian Wilson to save it and go to the World Series. The way Bruce Bochy, something I'm going to miss and will never see, is the way Bruce Bochy managed a bullpen. The way he played matchups. The way he brought in pitchers when we're like, what is he doing? Why is he making this move? And it worked out. The way Bruce Bochy managed a pitching staff is something that we might never see again. He's a one of a kind with it. But that 2010 season, the first time myself ever, and a lot of San Francisco Giants fans ever, got to see a world title. 2010 is a season I know San Francisco Giants fans will never forget. 2011, fortunately the Buster Posey injury happened, but 2012, again, a team that was an underdog, a team that nobody thought would win. We were down 0-2 to the Cincinnati Reds in the NLDS. We had to go to Cincy, a place where the Reds did not lose 3 consecutive games all year, and we reverse swept them. We were down 3-1 in the NLCS to the St. Louis Cardinals with Barry Zito. We all know how he pitched as a Giant. With Barry Zito on the mound. And we came back and won. And then we went into the World Series against a great, great Tigers team. Nobody gave us a chance. The Tigers, they have such great pitching. The Giants they can't beat the Tigers. The team's too good. What did we do? We swept them. Our pitchers outpitched every single game. And again, a team of not recognizable player. Rookie Brandon Belt. Second year Brandon Crawford. That year Buster Posey won the MVP, won the batting title. Madison Bumgarner was still getting up there. Of course, that was Matt Cain's great year. People like Hunter Pence. Marco Scudero. Ryan Theriot. Just people you don't think would win a World Series. But they did, again, because of this guy, the way he manages his lineups, the way he managed. He put Ryan Theriot as DH in Game 4, and it worked. It worked. The way this dude, Bruce Bochy, managed a team, managed a lineup, managed a rotation, a bullpen, is just amazing. 2013, Giants finished with a running record but could not make the playoffs. And then 2014 hits. Dodgers win the division. Giants go to the wild card game. Madison Bumgarner again. Amazing. Beat the Nationals in 4. In 4. In the NLCS, beat the Cardinals in 5. And then the 2014 World Series, absolutely dominated by Madison Bumgarner. But again, thanks to this guy, Game 7 of the World Series. Oh, Giants pitching. Again, a team that maybe should not won the World Series. Their pitching was iffy throughout the season, was iffy throughout the postseason, was very iffy during the World Series, besides one man, and that was Bumgarner. But the way he managed to get what he could out of his starters that year was amazing. The way he managed the bullpen, especially in Game 7, when one guy, he is like, you know what, let's do it. One guy came out of that bullpen and pitched 4 innings save, and that was Madison Bumgarner. Of course, we all know how that happened. We all know how that ended. The Alex Gordon almost inside the park home run, then getting Savvy Perez to pop up. Bumgarner easily could have gone to Santiago Castillo, who was great that year, our closer. He's like, you know what? No, I have trust, and that's one thing about Bochy, is the relationships he built up with Buster Posey, Brandon Crawford, Brandon Bell, Madison Bumgarner. Just the relationships he built up is is something we'll never forget. He's just such a great manager. And, winning that 2014 World Series, capping off the 3 world titles in 5 years, was something myself and San Francisco Giants fans are very grateful for. And again, we thank you, Bochy, for being one of the best managers we've ever had, bringing this championship to San Francisco not once, not twice, but 3 times. We thank you. I thank you from the bottom of my heart, Bruce Bochy. Thank you. And of course, 2016, somehow, some way, with that awful bullpen, we won the wild card game thanks to Madison Bumgarner again. Of course, the 3-run homer by Connor. But man, unfortunately, 2016, NLDS didn't go our way. That was the last time the Giants made the playoffs under Bruce Bochy. But again, what he brought to this organization is something I'm never, ever going to forget. Again, Bruce Bochy, from the bottom of my heart, if you see this video or not, whoever sees this video, I just want to thank you. Thank you so much for bringing so much joy to my life, to bringing so much joy to every single San Francisco Giant fan over the last 12 years. The 3 world titles, the 2016, the little run we came through this year. No matter what happens in these final 3 games, Bruce Bochy, thank you. Thank you so much for what you did for these fans, for myself, for this franchise, for that city, for this organization. Bruce Bochy, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I will never forget this run of San Francisco Giants baseball. You are my favorite manager for my favorite team. I will never forget that, and I cannot wait to see you in the Hall of Fame.